even today, this is a huge thing. For us, it's a nice add-on with a high potential. But yeah.
I mean, first of all, you cannot use Bitcoin for everything, not for every financial service that you can think of. I think that startups should be really careful and should follow the basic principle of a startup, which is you need to understand what is the pain that you're solving, and then you solve it. And if you don't solve the pain, then you don't have a case, and you are, where is the revenues going to come from? So they need to think about that. And right now, Bitcoin it's its beginning, I would still say, and we'll have a lot of startups that will profile themselves with time. And there are, on the other hand, there's many usage cases for Bitcoin where Bitcoin makes a lot of sense, especially in international money transfers of any sort. That's hands down. For example, you have very good use. I mean, I know Part8 in Kenya. I know the girls who run the company. I even consulted for them, and they clearly identified the pain point and they're solving it. So they are providing remittance services, and they're focusing from the US to Kenya, and then passing on this to their mobile money, which is M-Pesa. In Kenya, you cannot take a piss without M-Pesa. Ironically, I mean, it's really widely adopted. Everybody uses it. Everybody pays with their mobile phones. And so if you are, and a lot of people from Kenya immigrate to the United States, and if they want to send their money back, it's very easy. They buy Bitcoins, they send it, boom, it's on their relatives' phones, regular, feature phones, and they can use it. So this is one good example, and we can find many of those. I would also like to comment on you saying that everything is, that Bitcoin is denominated into a national currency. I agree, it depends on what your national currency is. Right now we have Euro, right? Euro is not very volatile, or at least it hasn't been, but it's changing then, right? So when people will, and we always do that, will think about store of our values, we'll use the currency that is not volatile. And Euro is not, and it's not a good case for us now. But you're old enough to seem to remember Yugoslavia, right? Did you use national currency as a store of value in Yugoslavia? No, you used Deutschmarks. Why? Because Deutschmark was not volatile, and Yugoslavia never was volatile. Yeah, so we're in a different situation now. But if you're in Kenya, and if you have Kenyan shillings, you think in US dollars, you don't think in Kenyan shillings. So it depends.
I think you pointed out one great misperception regarding international money transfers. So you said there's $10 costing you.
That's for European.
Yeah, UK.
Okay. European.
But yeah, you probably know that PayPal and bank transfers, international ones, the real fee is in this hidden fee, right? It's fucked up exchange rate, right? So on average, there's the real cost just for the exchange rate is around 3.5%, right? That's average. I think PayPal has it somewhere. If you really dig into the small, you're gonna find it there. So so actual cost is very expensive actually, right? To send money around. So, but yeah, of course, for Bitcoin, as long as it's volatile as it is, it's not useful actually, right, as a currency. But it's very useful as a backbone for number of remittance Bitcoin businesses, including ours. Right? So, to explain everyone, I told you before, so what these businesses are doing, including ours with new channel we want to open, is So we buy bitcoins at the same time with euros and sell them in Turkish liras in Istanbul. So basically, our exchange rate it's actually market exchange. So it's market price without any fees. So basically, you can send 100 euros and get out, I don't know, 230 Turkish liras in the same day. So, and you don't have to know that we do this on the blockchain technology or with Bitcoin. So I think that sort of business is going to pop out like crazy this year in future. So forget about like right now, for now, like Bitcoin is a currency. Because it's crazy. I mean, if you're, I don't know, I don't know what sort of junk you can handle this, but it's not useful for everyday use. So, and as long as it's not gonna be an actual currency. But there's so many cases where it can be used as a backbone, and this service is gonna pop up.
Another case, I have a friend from Venezuela, and she visited last summer, and she brought some money, then she ran out, and then I know she ran out of the money, and then I said, okay, I can lend you some money, and she said, no, I cannot pay you back, and then I ended up giving her some money. But the thing is, in Venezuela, even if you have national currency, you cannot buy US dollars or euros or anything like that. You simply can't. So if you can provide a Bitcoin exchange in Venezuela, there's a good business case for you.
Adding a comment over there, something like Hallcash. Because Hallcash is now they're getting more popular in South America because they're widely spread in Mexico, and next their target group is Venezuela, as you mentioned. So they could withdraw or buy vice versa using traditional ATMs via Hallcash. I hope you're aware of Hallcash independent software. I mean,
I heard of it.
so Hallcash is developed by 8 Spanish banks. There are like a couple of companies from Spain and Poland, also from Mexico, working with Hallcash. So Hallcash is integrated into banks where you don't need a bank account. You can send the money to your phone number, and you can go to the regular, normal, traditional ATM and pull out the cash.
Is it like M-Pesa or like
Kind of similar, but this works through traditional banks. So Hallcash is already integrated into the banks, and all you need to do is, you as a third party have to collect the bitcoins and convert the bitcoins, collect the cash, bitcoins from the customer and transfer the bitcoins to the equivalent value to the fiat and send him the piece of PIN number, and he could withdraw through Hallcash using a traditional bank ATM.
I don't think that Bitcoin is solving walking around the wallet sort of thing. I think this is solved already. So I think the key value of Bitcoin is just that it cannot be inflated. That's it, as a currency. All other shit, like sending in this country, it could be done like with other technologies. Maybe okay, not as good. But the main core issue with Bitcoin is that it cannot be inflated. Forget about all other things could be solved.
Yeah, I'd like to add something. A bit about what you said and also what you mentioned. One more thing I don't think we touched. You said that you don't have a problem with waiting a day or two or to the next day for your funds to move from the bank. Maybe I'm a bit less patient than you are, and I really somehow dislike banks for a while already. And to me that's almost unacceptable. And I only think that this would be acceptable because we're used to this system, right? If someone introduces us to this both system at the same time, one is Bitcoin, and how and when we can send it, and the other one is the normal banking, I would say, no way, I'm not going to use this one. I can only use it in your business hours. Why? You need the weekend off so you can do some, I don't know what you're doing then, okay? I don't really care. I want a system that works every time, always, right? And there was something important said today, and it's important in context, living without banks. Mattia, I think it said, it's programmable money. And also working in this industry where this is, to me, this is very apparent. You know, you can create you can write a software, you can create a system, and you will move value with that, right? Because, you know, when you send Bitcoins, you actually move value. This is not possible with normal financial systems. I'm sorry, but the bank is there. You cannot move value by yourself without bank being included in this process, can you, right? And I don't think they make it very easy for you to do so, even if you want to, right? To be a financial institution, and I don't know. And so I believe this is also an important aspect of Bitcoin, that it can be moved so fast and made by anyone. Just one more thing, I think one important question we haven't answered here, and it's related to the topic we have. You asked about loans in Bitcoins, right? I'm not an economist, so I cannot really comment on this topic fully, because I don't know, probably you're talking about this increasing supply of money, and then you create interest, and there's more money, so everyone can pay back. I don't know how much this is important. I don't see a problem lending Bitcoins and paying more back. But I don't know if anyone's doing that.
Just to comment on the banks and loans, I think in the present day situation, you will find yourself mostly in a position where you would be approved for a loan at the bank if you prove to them that you don't need a loan. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I think I worked at PwC as a consultant for banking industry. I've seen bank from the inside out. I can tell you they're not streamlined, they're not real time, they're obsolete. They are slow, they are insecure, they are whatever, you know. It's just, I cannot disclose things, but it's like I would not trust that. If I have a choice to trust a network of computers that run on mathematical algorithm, and on the other side a bunch of people who are running the bank, and I have a clear choice on technology and on mathematics, not on people running the banks. And one important attribute of Bitcoin, in my view, is that it allows you for permissionless transactions. And you need to be aware of that. And people who are not aware of that. What the system today is forcing us to do, and they are limiting us that from day to day, is the system does not want you to do cash transactions anymore. They want you to do the bank transactions. And bank transactions are permission transaction. You ask the system, you need to ask bank for permission to pay in your name. So when you pay a bill through your bank account with the online bank, you say, "Dear bank, please pay my bill." And then bank will verify that you have enough balance, and they will pay the bill. But it's not your call, it's bank's call. You need to be aware of that, and I don't think many people are aware of that.
No, the people
Cash is also permissionless transaction. If you have a cash in your pocket, you decide to transact with this, you do that. And you should compare transacting with Bitcoin, transacting with cash. And now I challenge you to think about what would be the consequence if we all decide to take our cash out of the banks and we'll transact with cash. Fine, we will use Bitcoins. They will go crazy and berserk over us as they do for Bitcoin. So, permissionless transaction. Think about it.
If I could just answer, yeah, it's well, my point about bank lending wasn't that it's hard to get along with the bank in this kind of crisis, and when banks are less trustful. But my point was that you can't get along. The Bitcoin permit loans. Loans to businesses. But that's what I'm trying to say. Banks can lend, good times, or when they approve everything, check everything, and say, okay, we're gonna give you a loan. They give you a loan, and that's a useful feature of the banking system for the.
Where do they give you the loan from?
Sorry.
Where do they take the money to give you the loan?
Well, banks create money. That's the point.
Right.
Banks create money. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Well, there are two agents. There are two agents that create money. One is the state, and the other is the banks.
No.
Yes.
Banks are issuing the money today.
Yeah, and the state as well.
No.
Yes.
Banks.
Yes.
Where?
State. Okay. Monetary sovereign states. Yeah. Issue the money when they go into deficit. That's a fact.
It's a private company. You can look into it and read about it. So
well, what I wanted to say is those two sources of money. Yeah, it's government money and it's private bank money. So yeah. But majority of it is bank money. Yeah, when they make loans. So I don't think that's necessary. That's not necessarily an issue. It could be, and it is normally when banks lend too much debt, too much credit cycles, and then it's bust.
Yeah. How would you describe? How do you think that the bank makes a decision to give you a loan?
Well, it's a personal decision, probably.
No, it's not personal. It's based on your historical data.
Yeah.
Yeah, and typically in the good old days, it was based on your earning potential. So you would get a mortgage in the United States, for example, because they would calculate, okay, in your 30 years you should earn enough to pay for your house, but it was a stable economy and all of that. And today it's totally crazy. It's out of control. And that's what I said, and I meant it, that you will get approval as a regular, like if you're a regular person not earning much money, but some low wage or something like that, that do only approve you if you prove to them that you don't in fact need a loan. So why would you get that?
Yeah,
why would you
agree.
put yourself at risk? And if the system
that's a
will
problem
force you
with
to
the
pay
banks.
debt free, maybe that's good for you in the long term. You will not be worried. You will not default on your loan or any of that. Ask anybody who defaulted on their loan if they would make a choice to take a different decision if they would be presented with some choice.
Well, probably they would, but yeah.
Okay, let me just switch just a little bit. So you don't know, by the way, that there's a lot of peer-to-peer lending.
It is, yeah. I know about it.
So
yeah.
I think this is a great answer, actually.